Good morning. I'm still in Newcastle. As you can probably see, I don't know what I've done to my neck, but I'm in a great deal of agony. Probably not as much agony as West Ham are in this morning, because what I saw yesterday was a fucking disgrace. The fucking disgrace. And I'm fed up with it. And at this point in the juncture, this is the morning after the game before, by the way, we deserve to go down. We deserve to go down to the Championship, because we had that little upturn. We found ways to win games. We found ways to compete in games. But the fact of the matter is we're not good enough. The manager isn't good enough. Mathematically, it's not impossible to still stay up, but realistically, we fucked it. And I spoke to some people on fan cams yesterday about Wilson and blaming fans for Wilson and all that. And I've got to say, what a load of bollocks. And I don't mean to dismiss their opinions. Their opinions are their opinions. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But at the end of the day, whether the fans are speaking about picking Wilson or not, the onus is down to Nuno. It's down to Nuno. And I'm at the point now, I've defended Nuno over and over and over again. But you've got to face facts. Every time he's had an opportunity to put a run together, every time he's had an opportunity in a massive game, instead of doing the things that have been working, he tries some stupid experiment and it doesn't work. And when you look at it over, it's not the Newcastle game that's going to define whether we went down or not. It was done months ago under Potter, under the stupid decisions from him. And where you find yourself is an accumulation of bad decisions over the season. But individually, you've got to look at them decisions and think to yourself, like, this man ain't it. This man cannot make decisions when it comes to the crunch. Because when it came to the crunch, he fucking shit the bed every time, making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. And you start to see, I remember back when we played Brentford and Leeds in that little, in that little period, when he came in and he was playing right backs at left backs and left backs at right back, and Andy Irvine and people like that starting in midfield, and we got battered in both games. He'd done it once, and Scott and Dan said at the time, and my wife might have said at the time as well, that's ridiculous what he's done now. And I said to him, look, he's trying to work it out. He won't do it again. And then we played Leeds and he fucking done it again. I should have realised then that there was something wrong. But that is what it comes down to. We start at Newcastle in the game we have to win. Have to. With 3 at the back, or 5 at the back, or whatever you fucking want to do it. Changing formation. With Callum Wilson starting up front with no Tati and Pablo. Tati and Pablo, whatever you say about Tati and Pablo, they're going to give you something that we needed all season. And that's why the reason we got rid of Paquetá. They give you energy and they give you fight. And that's what you need. And I can see people saying, yeah, but you need quality, we need goals. Yeah, you do, but you also need that quality and fight. It's not one or the other. Since Tati and Pablo have come, how many people have played up front on their own without Tati or Pablo? They haven't. So why do it today? Or yesterday, or whatever it was. Why do it now? Makes no fucking sense. No sense whatsoever. And we deserve it. We deserve to go down now, right? We had a resurgence, and Tottenham didn't, and we'll talk about Tottenham, because Tottenham are the ones next to us. Look, we can talk about Forest, we can talk about Leeds. But, when I said about Leeds, I will apologise. I'll apologise to Dan. I'll apologise to Leeds fans. I was wrong. We aren't good enough. We aren't as good as you. We aren't better than you. You know, I talk. What I said at the time, it was wrong. It was wrong. But we've got to this point where we had to see if it was true. And why was I wrong? Is it the players? I believe we've still got some of the players that have got enough quality to get us out of it. Do I believe that they give everything they've got? No, I don't. Yesterday I saw probably that a load of cowards and a couple that you could go out with their head held high. The 2 goals that we conceded, we gave them on a plate. On a plate. And that was it. Once that was in, it was done. It's not nerves. It was incompetence. And it was basically what we've shown all season. Incompetence and carelessness and lack of ability. Am I sitting here sad this morning? A little bit. And it's not because I'm going to miss the Premier League. It's because I know that there's a tough time ahead for this football club. I don't care about the Premier League, if I'm honest. You know, and I've always said this, like, I'm a West Ham fan. I'm not a Premier League fan. Yes, I like coming to places like Newcastle, but I just as much will enjoy going to places like Lincoln City. But the matter is this football club is in for a tumultuous time in terms of finances, in terms of attracting players, in terms of keeping any bit of quality and being able to pay for anything. And it's not the fucking football club that will suffer. It will be the fans that suffer. As I said before, I don't care if I'm going to watch football in the Premier League or I'm going to watch football in Conference League. I'm quite looking forward to a season without VAR, to be honest. I'm quite looking forward to going and visiting other places. But reality is this. We're fucked financially. And I said this on a show a couple of weeks ago. The only reason I thought we needed to stay up is because it would delay the inevitable by a season. What we need to do now is go and reevaluate and see what this club is made of. Is this club built to go and get another Sam Allardyce? Because this is what this club needs now. Yeah? All of these fuckers that you saw yesterday fucking walking around will fuck off. And you and me will be left to pick up the pieces. That's the reality of the game. Anybody. But we need to rebuild. And we're rebuilding from a point where we're pretty much fucked financially. So what do we rebuild? Where do we rebuild from? What do we attract? What do we afford? Who wants to stay? Jared, do you want to stay? Don't think so. Aaron, Hammer of the Year last year, do you want to stay? Probably not. Jimmy? Fucking Mavropanos, who's had an upturn in form in the last couple of months. Do you want to stay and help us to get it out after all the faith we've shown in you? Probably not. And this is the reality of football. This is the reality of what you get. And I'll be honest with you, if I'm deep and honest, I can't wait to see some of these fuckers fuck off. Because I don't like people like that, you know. Lucas Paquetá, you know, people will be lauding that man. You know, abandoned us in the middle of a relegation season. But there we go. It is what it is. Just goes to show, 10 years on, 10 years since we heard those immortal words. World-class team for a world-class stadium. Look at the reality. She's fucked off. Sullivan will fuck off, and I can't wait. But I don't feel sorry for the football club. I don't feel sorry for the players. I don't feel sorry for the board, for the manager. I feel sorry for the people that really suffer the most, and they're going to suffer the most. The ones that are going to be there all the time, regardless. The ones who can't walk away because it's embroiled in our DNA. And that's you and me. But listen, I wouldn't have it any different, and I know you wouldn't have it any different. And that is the difference. The Premier League isn't important. The important thing to me is West Ham United. And maybe we might get a little bit of that back. There may be a cloud, a silver cloud. What's the word there? A silver cloud line or whatever. But there we go. Well, Newcastle's been fun. Keep the faith. Don't abandon the club. In fact, it might get a little bit better even from here. It'll get worse before it gets better, but at least we know the people that come and watch us want to come and watch us for us and not do what they've done for the last 10 years. But there we go. I'll be back this week. I'll be doing the pod. I'll be facing the music. I'll be watching the Chelsea game tomorrow. But it feels like the end of an era. But it also feels like the beginning of something that could be a little bit better. The dark. What's the saying? The night is darkest just before the dawn. So can't wait to go back next year, to be honest. But there we go. Thank you very much. One thing left for me to say. Come on, you ones.